Hey, what is up guys? We are almost there. We are at hashtag 52 of UWatt. I'm trying my best to be enthusiastic when really I'm hanging out of my backside. Had a wicked weekend out with some of the lads in Bristol, seeing as I'm getting married in a few weeks, so you know, if I seem a bit lethargic or I might get a bit moody with my co-host, I'm just in a bad place right now. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of news. So Gears of War 4, is on its way, it's coming, and you are now able to preload it. But if you want to preload the game, it comes at a whopping 54.6 gigabytes. So yeah, if you're getting it, make sure you got a lot of space and internet connection better than Rio's. So yeah, as always, I'm joined by my good friend Squeak. How are you this week, Squeak?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Are you planning to get Gears 4?
I might do, because like what you were saying about the horde mode and that sounds pretty good. Because I'm not over enthusiastic about the multiplayer, but then I never really have been. Like,
yeah, from what Rio and Tiny said about the single player, they did say that it was pretty decent. Just the demo itself was just really short that they give.
Okay,
I think like 10 minutes on single player, half an hour on multiplayer. But the single player was like you go from A to B and then it's done, like off you go, sort of thing.
Is it still 4-player co-op? 5-player co-op?
Yeah.
I can't remember. How many people?
I was gonna say I think it's 4, but it's 5 for the horde mode and 5 online. But I feel like the story was 4.
Okay.
Strangely. Yeah. So obviously this is the game's coming on October 11th. But yeah, they just put out the thing saying that if you want to preload it, get cracking. Has there been any gamer choices been tickling your balls this week, Squeak?
No.
Tell you what's been tickling my balls. FIFA 17. See what I did there? I wasn't actually talking about your testicles, I was talking about footballs.
When have I ever had footballs? Ever?
I'm sure you've owned a football. Everybody owned a football. At some stage. Even if it was one of them floater plastic ones from the seaside.
Oh wow, those ones. Wow. You kick them and they just fly off somewhere else, like, because the wind took them. Amazing.
And they were always like, it was either red, yellow, or blue, weren't they? Like, just one of the
fucking bright yellow, like, with the black patches that were like printed on. They were never like, yeah.
They were like, I was trying to, they were just like a slight density away from just being a balloon, basically.
Yeah, there was a thick balloon. That's what it was. Like, oh, flyaways are so shit, man. Fucking, they were like the worst thing ever, but they were so popular. How?
God knows. Looking at a few things that I found kind of around the interwebbings recently. I noticed that there was a thing been announced, a game called Hello Neighbour.
I've seen this. I've seen a trailer of this, and it looks fucking awesome. And what I've read about it sounds fucking awesome.
So for those that don't know, Hello Neighbour is a horror game that is basically about breaking into someone's house.
But
go on.
But the actual guy's house that you're breaking into, like the guy, it's what I've heard it compared to is Alien Isolation.
Okay.
But it's sort of got that sort of like brightness and graphical sort of like cartoonishness of like We Happy Few say. But the guy, he learns from what you do sort of thing. So that's the Alien Isolation sort of thing about it.
It says about how like he'll set like traps and stuff and he'll barricade certain ways, like trying to figure out what you're doing. It sounds a bit to me like did you ever watch that Shia LaBeouf film was it Disturbia?
No.
Like basically it's that kind of story where like he's this kid that ends up being on house arrest on a tag and stuff, and then a new neighbor moves in and he's convinced that his neighbor is like a murderer. So then it just becomes this thing of them trying to figure out what's going on in the house. And then there's one stage where like his friend goes into the house and all the stuff that happens. But that's what kind of this reminds me of that thing of that you're going in the house you're not breaking in to steal stuff, you're breaking in to try and find out like what this person's really about. And then it just turns out they're a psychopath.
It looks It looks like it's one of those where it'll just be really panic-inducing because the
Mm.
way the guy runs that I've seen in the trailer just looks mad. Like, fucking... And, like, it's one of those, the trailer I seen, it just looks really, like, good. Like, the fucking... He throws, like, a tomato out a window and the guy comes out and stuff and he sneaks in and then he gets chased and that and smashes the other window, climbs through, and, like, where he come through before is all, like, barricaded and everything. It just looks mad. Like... It looks really good. Right?
The thing is, like, even though, you know, we're seeing bits and it sounds really good, the game isn't actually due until summer 2017. So
Yeah.
they've got a lot of time to improve it, but essentially they've got a lot of time to fuck it up.
I think the thing that sort of makes me think, though, is it's the thing of you're realistically only in a guy's house. How big is the house? Because I'm not being funny, like, what, I've got 2 bedrooms and a living room and then your bog standard toilet and kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you broke in here, it's going to take you 2 minutes to fucking look round. Like...
That's what I'm thinking, actually. There's not very much to my establishment. Imagine what the game would be like if you just, like, broke into a studio flat.
Like, amazing. The guy would just see you straight away. He'd be just glaring at you.
Like, you're stood in the kitchenette and he's led in his bed, but there's no walls between the two.
Yeah.
So that's due out next summer, so it'd be cool to see kind of how that pans out and how that goes. Squeak, how did you feel? Obviously, a few weeks ago we spoke about the mini NES. Did you happen to pre-order one at all?
No.
So I personally haven't either. I wanted to. I'm looking to possibly try and get one for work. Because I run a gaming club, because I'm awesome. And I've read that it's got so popular that Amazon isn't able to fulfill most of its orders until December.
Oh, wow,
like, that's
really?
how many's been pre-ordered, yeah. And where it's like been such a, like, so many people want this thing, there's been such a high demand for it since it's been coming out. You know, Nintendo looking to do the same in Japan, but obviously they had the Famicom, not the NES. So it's like a palm-sized Famicom. It looks pretty cool. So I think the only significant difference between the two is the controllers and kind of like the colors. And yeah, also the thing that Japan get that we don't is that Japan, theirs comes with 2 controllers, whereas I've read that the NES Mini only comes with 1. Like, you can plug in a second one, you just have to get it.
That's really weird that they'd do that. Imagine how much NES controllers are going to sell for, like, shit.
Yeah. So yeah, the unit is going for 5,980 yen. Now, what's your conversion like, Squeak? Do you know what that is, roughly?
About £2.
£45. You're close, I suppose. But yeah, it's supposed to be available from November the 10th. So yeah, the list is, pretty much very, very similar to the Mini NES, but then they've got games like Downtown Neketsu Monogatari and Downtown Sorayuke Daiyondokai. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I couldn't tell you what those games were, but they definitely aren't on the UK list.
No. Don't you feel like we miss out on stuff when they have loads of shit like that?
Is, like, stuff like Region Lock does still surprise me.
And in a way, exclusives, unless they're done by, like, fucking the actual, you know, developers of the company, like Microsoft Studios and stuff, like, exclusivity, really, I don't know, I don't understand it. Like, timed exclusive as well. Like, the only people losing out is fucking consumers.
Yeah. It's well weird. I don't get it, because it's like things like with the DS, my sister Kaylee, she loves a lot of the Japanese RPGs and things. So then she's got a DS so she can play those games. She gets them imported and plays those. But then when you get things like Kingdom Hearts, they often come out in the US way before they come out over here. And so she's got a US DS as well. And then she has a European one.
Okay.
But it's just weird because it has to be region locked. Like, it's just one of those things where you'd think that they would at least make because back in the day, the cartridge shapes used to be different. So the Super Famicom and the Super Nintendo, the cartridges were different. I think we had more rounded cartridges. Like, if you're looking top down, ours were more rounded and theirs were, like, really blocky.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, whereas
so
now...
it sort of makes sense, like, or else you're not going to be able to...
Yeah, like it wouldn't fit. You had to get a converter if you were playing some... So that's the thing, the console itself wasn't region locked, just the cartridge wouldn't fit into the other console, if that makes sense. You could get a converter and it would work.
It's the same. The thing is, though, yeah, it's the same with digital content. Certain things are region locked. When you look on, like, I don't know, Green Man Gaming or any of that stuff, do you know what I mean? For CD keys.
Yeah.
It's really odd. It's a really odd thing. I don't understand why they do it.
Thing is, there must be laws and stuff that we don't know, but I just think it's dumb at the same time.
Or maybe it's like conversion rates. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be it.
Like, you could buy, like, a cheap... I don't know. I don't really know fucking how much Russian shit is. Russia cheap or expensive?
Do you know? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Answer in the comments. Russia cheap?
Yeah, do you know? Let us know in the comments below. Say hi and then just give us a yes, Mother Russia, you know, in Russia, money buys you. I don't know. Sorry. I'm flagging today, Squeak. I am really struggling.
I know, you're like, I feel like I brought you down to my level, even though I know that it's not me. It's just you can't handle your drink.
Do you know what? The thing is, it's not even just about me not handling my drink. Yesterday was just really bad. Just because obviously being the stag, you just... From 12, I think we went to get food, and I ended up having like Thatcher's and a Jaeger bomb there, and then when we played bubble football, they bought me 2 pitchers of cider, and I got given a bottle of champagne, and then I was made to down the champagne, and then...
Nice.
Yeah, so it just started off really badly. So again, I am really sorry, but do you know what? It's okay, because we're ending this year with a really hungover Jason. But, you know, episode 53, our 1 year anniversary, we've got something special for you guys, I promise. I promise. Moving on with the next bit of news.
Are we stripping?
Well, I'm not going to say it on the show, am I? We need to discuss it off air, and then we just do it, otherwise it wouldn't be a surprise.
Okay.
My baby's just come back, so you probably hear my little people in the background. Yeah, so the other thing, Spreege was talking to me about it earlier, and I hadn't seen anything of it, so I had a quick look. What was that game called that was on the Wii, but that was on Xbox, the zombie game, and if you die, you come back?
I think it was called Zombie.
Oh yeah,
it
was called Zombie U, wasn't it, before, because it was on the Wii U.
So, yeah. On Xbox, it's just Zombie. Yeah. Zombie.
So, what I liked about that game, concept-wise, was the fact of, you know, if you died, you'd be able to find the reincarnation of that character somewhere with all your stuff. And I feel like that kind of must have inspired the way that Battlefield 1 are doing their campaign a bit. Campaign?
Campaign?
Just please, okay? Just be nice, alright?
Campaign?
Battlefield 1's campaign is one of those things where, like, when you die, it's not just game over. It just kind of puts you on the battlefield elsewhere.
Okay, because I saw that it's more focused on, like individuals rather than a larger battle. So that's quite odd. So
from what Spreege was saying to me, it's one of those things where, yeah, you'll be one person, you'll be doing that part of the fight, doing something that's key to that element. But then, like, he was saying about how when you die, it kind of shows the dog tags or something to say, like, the lifespan, and then just moves you to elsewhere, doing something else on the battle. But obviously, you're still moving towards whichever the objective it is within the campaign.
Yeah.
Because on Digital Spy, it just says, like, players will experience a variety of stories and not remain in the shoes of a single character for the campaign duration. DICE said that this allows Battlefield 1 to express the many different faces of the Great War, its locales, participants, and its modes of warfare. But yeah, it all looks pretty cool, and I'm just, like, what I like is that hearing it is something new again. It's not just, you know, you get here, you go from here to that, shoot some stuff. You know, the scale of Battlefield's always pretty good, and they obviously mix in the vehicles and stuff as well, which I guess is a different element to your typical COD playthroughs, because I feel like whenever COD chucks in vehicles, it doesn't go very well, or it just feels very much like you're on rails. Does that make sense? Like, when you're controlling... I'm just trying to think now, so which one was it when you're going down the mountains in the Skidoo, Was that Modern Warfare 2?
Oh, yeah.
But then I felt like, later on, I'm trying to think which one it is. But like I just felt like the vehicle just felt rubbish then, and even if we had later CODs, when you do the campaign, it would just feel exactly the same as when you were doing that Skidoo mission.
I was going to say, the thing that stands out for me when you say that is there's a mission where you're in a jet on Black Ops 3, and the flying in it is just awful.
Controlling the kill streaks is shocking as well.
Is it? I'll be honest, I don't really play multiplayer, so...
Like, it's deleted off my Xbox now. I've kind of just gone, meh, I'm done. But yeah, no, it was just one of those where I just felt like flying certain things around, it just wasn't done very well, in my personal opinion. Others may disagree. It's not that it wasn't usable, like, it was absolutely fine like that, but I just kind of feel, I just feel like it felt really plastic, if that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. Like it wasn't, you were controlling it, but only to a certain degree sort of thing.
Yeah. And I just felt like the acceleration and the sort of things when you're moving stuff around, it's just a bit placky. That's all.
A bit what?
A bit placky, plastic. Isn't that what you say up north?
Wow. Okay.
Is that how I thought that's what it was? Like a placky scouse is a plastic scouse.
Yes, it is. So, but the drama that created.
So I'm trying to be inclusive here and use language that makes you feel comfortable.
You can use any language.
You're acting like you don't understand what I'm saying.
I understand all languages.
Every language, yes?
Every language.
Say yes in 8 different languages.
Yes. We. See.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
A lot of places speak English, so yes. Again. That was an Australian yes.
Okay.
Yes. That was a New Zealand yes. How many yeses have I done?
You need one more.
Yes, that one was an American yes.
Okay. See, I'm surprised you never went yeah, because I'm sure that somewhere says yeah. This is good, yeah.
Yeah, I think they do, but that's the only language I don't know, so I don't know where that is.
So you don't know all the languages, you're just very close.
I know them all, but that one is just my brain is failing me at the moment. If you get me on a good day, I will just come at you fluently in droves with all the different languages.
Okay.
And, we'll do it next time.
So have you been using the Duolingo app to, hone your skills then?
No, I was born this way.
Alright, Lady Gaga, chill out.
I was just born this way with my meat dress.
So, looking at apps, looking at apps. So, last week, FIFA 17 was released, and every year with the new FIFA comes a new companion that sits with you whilst that you can use it to trade for the Ultimate Team mode. This year they have a new mode in Ultimate Team, which is the Squad Builders, which is where it gives you almost like set criteria and objectives, and you use your cards to build a squad. And then you submit it, and then that can get you packs or coins or kits and things like that. The way they've done the app is, it's been very similar the last few years, but I feel like there's a few tweaks that they've made that have kind of improved the experience a bit more. I feel like going in and out of menus is not so flashy, so it does just kind of go, when you're on one screen, you go to the next screen, and there's not too much faff in between. But again, I don't really know what they could possibly add to it. I think that with it being a companion app, it would be good if it did a bit more, if you were able to interact with the game more rather than just trading on your Ultimate Team. Because there's more modes to FIFA than just that. Like this year they've got the journey. So it might have been good to even if it's just really silly and gimmicky, if they had something that linked up to the journey. So when you're playing it, if you've got the companion app open, I don't know, say tweets about your character come up or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel it works as good as it was before, but I feel like they're just becoming really complacent and lazy a bit. Do you know what I mean, Squeak? Like just in the way that if they've been producing the same app for 3 or 4, is this the third one I think they've done? You just expect them to add something more?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But if it's not broke, why fix it?
No, I get that side of things. I just feel like because they've added in new modes, like they've made a really big thing about the journey. I thought that they might have added something in, Ultimate Team Trading, cool, but I thought they might have added for the companion app something extra to do with the journey.
Do you really want tweets off your phone from fucking...
No, but what I mean is, if you decided to have it on, like, Dead Rising, if you had the companion app, like Smart Glass, on your phone or on your iPad, you'd get bonus missions come up, but they would only come out of your phone or iPad on the map on there. So if they kind of done something like that, so like if you had it open, that way it's up to you if you do it, and then you kind of get that experience. But yeah, I just kind of feel like I have ideas, and I kind of feel like they must have a team full of people that could have come up with ideas to improve this app. So I feel like it does what it says on the tin. It's not amazing. It's not crap. 6 watts out of 10.
I was going to say, are you sure it's not sort of just an afterthought, if you know what I mean? Oh, we can put something on the phone. Like.
I think the reason why it exists is because you've always been able to do the web app on a computer, so you go to the website and do your trading, but the website doesn't work on phones. So that's why they created an app.
Yeah, so they've essentially brought that to your phone.
Yeah, okay. But I just feel they could have added more to it. Yeah, so guys, I'm just trying to think if I have like a question for you. Do you know what I need to do? Is I need to give away, I can't remember how many codes it was I had. I had like 7 Green Man Gaming codes, so make sure you're following us on Twitter, because every day this week I will be sharing a code a day. So if you redeem it, lucky you. If you're not there when it gets dropped, unlucky, too slow. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. At UWatt_. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/UWattpodcast. If you want to listen to the show, we're on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com. And if you want to watch our content on the lovely screen, whether it's on your phone, your computer, or your TV, you can get us on youtube.com/UWatt. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can't see me, but I'm winking at my microphone. And as always, if you want to email us, you can get at us, uwattmail@gmail.com. Squeak. Spotlight's on you. It's your time to shine, buddy.
You want my little fact?
Yes, sir.
When a male penguin falls in love with a female penguin, he searches the entire beach to find the perfect pebble to present to her. Aww, isn't that sweet?
That's really nice.
That is more than most people do.
That is really nice.
I
like that. Out of all the facts you picked, that you getting a bit soft. You getting a bit squishy.
No, it was just the fucking first one on the list.
Oh, you have a list now. You're gonna work through the list systematically.
I could do.
Okay, cool. I'm just glad that you were ready this week. I really am glad. So I thought it was just going to be this running gag of every week. Squeak's not ready.
Well, are you trying to say that I am someone who is fully unprepared?
Not fully.
Okay, because that did take me a few minutes to Google. So, I'm just saying.
Right, guys. On that note, I hope you all have a lovely week. As always, I've been Jace. He's been Squeak. And we'll see you next week.
Later.